Look at all those dollar bills falling. That's pretty much what you saw at retail stores and online the past few days. People spent millions through the holiday weekend. And maybe that set some people back on their budget. It happens every year. If it happened to you, you're in luck. We've got two amazing money experts here, Janae Adams with Debt Sucks University and Nathan Grant with Money Tips to answer your questions. They're discussing debit, credit card issues, how to stick to a budget, how to overcome the debt that you already racked up. They're also answering what you want to know. You can text us your questions to 336-379-5775. You can get them answered in real time. First up, what do we do if we spent too much over the past couple of days, Nathan?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things going into the holiday shopping season is just trying to make sure that you don't lean on things like credit cards, because then what you're going to be doing is come the new year, what's your first financial resolution? I got to pay off all this debt. So so if you already have done that, though, then that's the thing. We can all have these high hopes, but once the shopping begins, you might find yourself going a little out of control. The first thing you want to do is just make sure you pay that off as soon as possible, because if you pay off the balances every month, then you're not paying interest on that debt. Once you carry it over month to month, that's when you're going to be costing yourself extra money on top of the balance itself.
Janae, a lot of people opened up their credit card apps today and were like, whoa, that's a lot of money. I don't even know where to begin paying that off. What would you tell them?
Well, the good thing is they at least looked at the amount. So definitely write down the total amount that you've already spent and seeing where maybe you can cut back on some of your monthly spending over the next few weeks. So maybe you can cut back on some of the streaming services before the bill actually comes, and that might get you $40, $50, $80 that you can put away in order to pay off that bill. But like Nathan said, start paying it off as quickly as possible.
Okay. Someone out there I know right now is thinking, I bought this huge gift for someone. Do I actually give it to them, or do I take it back at this point? What do you say, Janae?
If you've spent too much money on it and you're in like sticker shock that you did that, guess what? It's okay to take it back. Like I said all the time, adults don't need gifts. Okay, adults don't need gifts. You can give children gifts, but adults don't need gifts, especially expensive ones.
What's your thoughts, Nathan? You second that?
Yeah, and sometimes the big worry is you bought something and come the actual holiday, you gift the thing, you got the wrong size, you got the wrong item, and then you're worried about returns. This is where sometimes your credit cards can benefit you. Some credit cards actually have price protection and extended warranties, which are two benefits that can help you get your money back if there is a case where you got the wrong item. But I'd say the sticker shock warning that Janae mentioned is probably the best bet if you think you overspent.
Hey, speaking of credit cards, is it a good idea or a bad idea to open those store credit cards for the extra discount, Nathan?
So with store credit cards, you're generally looking at higher than average interest rates, which if it's a store you shop at regularly, you already planned on getting the credit card anyway, and you know you're going to pay off those balances on time, the interest isn't going to really affect you, and you might be able to just reap the benefits. But the last thing you want to do is sign up at the cash register. Any big major financial decision like a credit card needs to be planned out ahead of time. Read the fine print before you agree with any contract.
Janae, how many credit cards is too many to have?
Well, I'm a little bit different. I don't have any credit cards, so everybody is their own person. I have zero since 2006, so everybody has to make their own choices.
What do you do to build your credit if you don't have the credit cards?
So I buy everything cash, so I don't worry about credit scores. The last 3 cars I've bought have been in cash. I find the deals and I come to the car dealership with money. So any trips you all see me on, my whole business for the last 12 years has been funded with my own money. So I'm definitely not the person to ask with that.
Wow. How did you get to that point in life?
I just decided when I was in that $50,000 of debt during that time that I would never feel like my back was against the wall anymore. And so I just decided to try to be my own bank. And so anytime I need money, I go and find it. I work harder, I sell things, I cut back on things, and I find the money. And so that's how I've been able to do it since I left corporate America 12 years ago.
Goals for all of us, but until we get there, Nathan, how many credit cards is too many?
Well, it's going to differ for everybody's personal financial situation. Everybody has different goals, different intent. But I would say that if you're not going to be in Janae's shoes where you have absolutely no credit cards, the main thing to think about is these are powerful financial tools and they can really benefit you if used responsibly. So the main thing isn't so much the number, it's how you use it. One credit card can really help somebody build credit, get things like a car, a mortgage, by building up their credit scores. But if you don't pay on time, you're paying interest, carrying a huge balance month to month with a high credit utilization. Those are the things that are really going to get in the way. So it's less about the number and more about what works best for your situation.